Well, today's scripture is about being connected. It's about being connected on the sixth day of creation.
Then God said, "Let the earth bring forth living creatures after their kind, cattle and creeping things and beasts of the earth after their kind." And it was so. God made the beasts of earth after their kind, and the cattle after their kind, with everything that creeps on the ground after its kind. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let us make man in our image, according to our likeness, and let them rule over the fish in the sea, and over the birds of the sky, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth." God created man his own image, the image of God. He created him male and female. He created them. God blessed them. And God said to them, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill in the earth, and subdue it, and rule all the fish in the sea, and over the birds of the sky, and over every living thing that moves on the earth." Then God said, "Behold, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is on the surface of the earth, and every tree which has fruit yielding seed, it shall be food for you, and to every beast of the earth, and every bird of the sky, and to everything that moves on the earth which has life, I have given every green plant food for food." And it was so. God saw all that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the sixth day.
So the sixth day, big day. There had been 5 wonderful days before it, and of creation, and then the sixth day. I'll share a brief story to intro this. I was working at the farm. Some of you have heard this. I was working at this farm and was way out in the field, and I had left my water bottle behind. It was early in the morning, and I was moving stumps out of a ditch. And I was getting thirsty, and I was getting thirstier and thirstier, and my water bottle was probably about a mile away. And I thought, and I only had about an hour worth of work left, so if I walked to get my water bottle and came back. So I just kept working, and then I noticed, good morning, then I noticed along the edge of the ditch there were plants that still had morning dew on them. So the leaves, the flat leaves, wasn't poison oak or poison ivy. The flat leaves had dew drops on them. And so I stopped and I drank dewdrops for a few minutes. And it was enough. And I began to see the field in a whole different way. And really, while I've grown up in the outdoors a lot, I gained a new appreciation of God's provision in that moment of drinking dewdrops, because it wasn't anything I had done. It wasn't anything I had earned or deserved. And it was there the whole time. It was there the whole time I was thirsty, and I didn't see it. In the same way with this scripture, there's so much there that I think it's nothing that's new to any of us. It's been there the whole time, and like myself, I need to be reminded of it. Connections, the sixth day. So there's a lot of people that have argued about what this is about, where God says, "Let us make man, let us make humankind," because it really isn't a word for a man. It's humanity. Let us make humanity in our image after our likeness. There's been a lot of arguments about what that means. But I'm going to take a child's approach to this. A child's approach, not a theologian's approach, not a biblical scholar's approach, not a Hebrew scholar's approach, because it was written in Hebrew and translated in English. I'm going to take a child's approach, and let's just look briefly at the first 5 days, and then look at the 6th day, and think about what that "let us make man in our image" could mean. Just a real simple approach. So creation starts. Let there be light, and there was light, and God saw the light was good. Called the light day, the darkness night. Let there be an expanse in the midst of the waters to separate the waters from the waters, and so on and so forth. And it was so, and all this was made, and it was good. That's the first couple of days. And there was evening and morning the 2nd day. And then God said, let the waters be gathered under the heaven, be gathered together in one place. And let the dry land appear. So let the waters waters be gathered into one place. And let the dry land appear. So waters gathered together in one place. Talking to the waters that God has made. So that's cool. It was so. And then God called the dry land earth. And our earth isn't so dry right at the moment. God called the dry land earth. And let's see. And there we go. And the waters that were gathered together he called seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said, let the earth sprout vegetation, plants yielding seed, and fruit trees bearing fruit, in which their seed, each according to sign on the earth. And it was so. The earth brought forth vegetation. So let the earth. So earth, how about bring forth some vegetation? So I talked to the waters. I'm going to talk to the earth now. Bring forth some vegetation. And God saw that it was good. The earth did that. It brought forth vegetation. And there's evening and morning the 3rd day. And then God said, let there be lights in the expanse of the heavens to separate the day from the night. And let them be for signs and seasons, for days and years. And let there be lights in the expanse of the heavens to give light from the earth. And it was so. So let there be lights. Lights be. Lights be. And God made 2 great lights, one to rule the day, one to rule the night. And God set them in the expanse of the heavens to give light to the earth, to rule over the day and rule over the night. And God saw that it was good, evening and morning, the 4th day. So now the waters have more work to do. Let the waters swarm with swarms of living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth. So waters swarm with living creatures. Birds fly over the earth. So God created the giant sea creatures, every living creature that moves, with the waters that swarm, and all the winged birds according to their kinds. And God saw that it was good, and God blessed them, saying, so he's talking now to all of these creatures. He's talking to them, be fruitful and multiply. He's telling the creatures, that's who he's talking to. Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the sea, and let birds multiply in the earth. So birds, sea creatures, be fruitful, multiply, do your thing. And then God had some more instructions for the earth. Let the earth bring forth living creatures according to their kinds, livestock, creeping things, and beasts of the earth. See, now we're in the 6th day. So the earth is bringing forth, and it was so. And God made the beasts of the earth according to their kinds, livestock according to their kinds, and everything that creeps along the earth and on the ground, and God saw that it was good. So he's talked to the waters and the earth and the lights and the waters and the earth. So that's who he's been talking to the whole time. Kind of partnering with the waters and the earth and everything. And then God said, let us make humanity in our image, after our likeness. And so, and I never saw this for so long, but it was there all the time, just like the dew on the bushes. And I don't know, but if I was just a kid reading this for the first time, let us make man in our image. So waters, earth, sky, lights, let's make humanity in our image. After our likeness. And let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the heaven, and over the livestock, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth. So let's make humanity in our image, and then let's let this part of creation have dominion over over all of it, over the earth and over the water and the creeping things and the birds and so on. And so God created humanity in his own image. In the image of God, God created humanity. Male and female, he created them. And God blessed them, and God said to them, be fruitful and multiply, just like the instructions to some of the earlier creatures. Be fruitful and multiply and fill all the earth and subdue it and have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the birds of the heaven and over every living thing that moves on the earth. And so in order to help make that possible, okay, so if they're going to be fruitful and multiply, they're going to have to eat. So, behold, I give you every plant yielding seed on the face of the earth and every tree with seed, you shall have them for food. And to every beast of the earth, and to every bird of the heavens, and to everything that creeps on the earth, everything that has the breath of life, I've given every green plant for food. So to y'all that I've asked to be fruitful and multiply, I give it all to you. And it was so, and God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very